Texas just became the first state in America to require every single public school student from first grade through 12th to read Bible passages in class. Not a law the governor signed, not a referendum. A 10-person Republican majority on a state education board voted, and it became official. And it starts with 6-year-olds reading about David and Goliath. It is June 28, 2026. 2 days ago, the Texas State Board of Education voted 9-5 to add mandatory Bible readings to the official state curriculum. Every grade level, K through 12, starting in the 2030 to 2031 school year. Texas is home to more than 5 million public school students. That's roughly 1 in 10 public school students in the entire country. The Associated Press and PBS NewsHour both confirm those numbers. What gets decided in Texas classrooms shapes what's possible everywhere else, which is why this vote is trending nationally today. Here's what's confirmed. The Texas State Board of Education, a 15-member independently elected body with its own authority over curriculum, voted 9-5 along strict party lines on June 26, 2026. 9 Republicans voted yes, 5 Democrats voted no, 1 member did not vote. They approved updated curriculum standards called TEKS, Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, adding mandatory Bible passages to the required reading list for every public school grade. This does not require Governor Greg Abbott's signature. The board has independent authority. The Texas Tribune, KUT Radio, KERA News, PBS NewsHour, and ABC News all confirmed the vote. The full approved list contains roughly 200 texts, literary works, essays, and scripture, with at least 1 Bible reading mandated per grade level. Stanford education professor Antero Garcia, cited by ABC News, called this what he believes is a first-of-its-kind action at the state level. Independent experts confirmed for the AP that no other state has mandated a literary canon with required Bible passages for all public school students. This is a first. So what does a Texas student actually have to read? According to KUT Radio in Austin, ABC News, and PBS NewsHour, the grade-by-grade requirements confirmed so far look like this. First graders: David and Goliath, Daniel in the lion's den. By 4th grade, New Testament passages about Jesus. 5th grade, the book of Exodus. 7th grade, Psalm 23, the shepherd's psalm. Middle school, the Sermon on the Mount. High school students are assigned Genesis, the creation and Adam and Eve narrative, the parable of the prodigal son, Jonah, and Lamentations. The King James Version is specified where noted. Parents may opt their children out of specific instruction, but Texas officials acknowledge students could still be tested on the material they opted out of. The Texas Tribune reported approximately 4,200 errors were found in connected state-approved curriculum materials, though that finding comes from a single source and is still developing. Board member Brandon Hall, a Republican pastor from Aledo, voted yes and stated on the record, quote, "America and Texas have been a Christian nation and a Christian state forever." Board member Julie Pickren, also voting yes, said engaging with original writings helps students evaluate ideas and build deeper understanding. Now, the big question this story is raising, is it constitutional? The Supreme Court addressed mandatory Bible reading in public schools in 1963 in Abington Township versus Shemp. The court ruled that mandatory devotional Bible readings violate the First Amendment's Establishment Clause, the separation of church and state. But the court left open a door. Studying the Bible for its literary and historical value, taught objectively, is permissible. Texas is walking that line, or trying to. Legal scholars at Middle Tennessee State University's First Amendment Center note that lower courts have consistently struck down Bible programs that advance Christianity as truth, including rulings from the 5th and 8th Circuits. The critical test, teaching about religion versus teaching religion. As of today, no lawsuit has been filed specifically targeting this reading list. Experts say the 2030 effective date complicates standing to sue now. But a related Texas law, SB 10, requiring 10 Commandments displays in every K-12 classroom, was upheld 9-8 by the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals this past April 21st. That ruling is now expected to be appealed to the Supreme Court. Opposition came fast and across multiple faith traditions. Rabbi Joshua Fixler, quoted by KUT, said the list provides only Christian religious texts while excluding others. Mark Chancey, a religion professor at Southern Methodist University, told KUT the curriculum reflects a wholly negative view of Islam compared to Christianity. Muslim advocates condemned testimony given to the board by State Senator Bob Hall, no relation to board member Brandon Hall, who called Islam, on the record in testimony, quote, not a religion, but a totalitarian theocracy. That quote drew immediate condemnation from Muslim community groups. Board member Evelyn Brooks voted no and called the mandate unconstitutional from the floor. Americans United for Separation of Church and State told the Texas Tribune this would misuse public schools to impose one narrow set of religious beliefs. The Freedom from Religion Foundation said a mandatory reading list should never function as a Bible lesson. Supporters, including Lubbock resident Kim Middleton, said the Judeo-Christian foundations of the country should be reflected in classrooms. Both sides have now drawn lines, and the legal system will be the referee. OOUCHIE'S take, and this is labeled opinion, not reporting. Texas is running a legal experiment in real time. A Republican-controlled board is betting that the current Supreme Court, which upheld a related Ten Commandments law through the Fifth Circuit in April, will let this one stand too. Whether you call this restoring a Christian heritage or dismantling the constitutional wall between church and state, the legal collision is coming. And it won't just affect Texas. Whatever the Supreme Court says about religion in public schools in the next 2 to 3 years will set the rules for every state. Here's what to watch. In September 2026, the Texas Board votes again on high school social studies standards. Still pending. The ACLU and allied groups are expected to petition the Supreme Court over the Ten Commandments law, now that the Fifth Circuit upheld it. And Oklahoma's state superintendent has separately issued a mandate for public school teachers to incorporate the Bible into instruction. So Texas is not acting alone in this national moment. Here's the recap. June 26, 2026, the Texas State Board of Education voted 9-5 party line to make Bible passages mandatory in every public school grade, K through 12. It affects more than 5 million students and is confirmed as a national first. No court has blocked it yet. Legal experts say challenges are coming. This is part of a broader national push on religion in public schools that is heading toward the Supreme Court, and the ruling, when it comes, will affect every state. I break down the day's biggest trending story every single day. Tomorrow, I'm covering the Israel-Lebanon Framework Agreement brokered by the U.S., what's signed, what's still disputed, and whether it holds. Subscribe so you never miss a breakdown.